So, because I'm playing with the aerodynamics mod, I have a need to make a ship with a lot of thrust to go fast, to scout for ores and stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. Lots of thrust and really, really small. Probably like 2 large atmospheric thrusters, barely any thrust from side to side, and enough thrust to lift off. And I probably should enable the aerodynamics mod in this world so I can see how balanced the ship is. Right, so Alt F10, let me set up the physics, how I use them. I use the drag on 100,000%. 100,000, right? No, 100%, 10,000%. There we go. Everything else to 1 to compensate for it, and atmospheric minimum to 10%. So because this drag 100% is normal, not 100%, 100 times, but the normal, it makes your max speed 10 times less, so you can't go really fast, right? So max allowed speed in the world is 1 kilometer per second. Let's crank it up to that. Disable re-entry, simulate windfalls, heat settings off, compatibility off, because I'm not playing with any DG physics mods. And there we go, and let's save the world and reload it so the speed limit settings are changed. So my miners can go only like 50 meters per second, which is still good, but I want something like 200 meters per second for a scout ship. I mean, which speeds maybe in real life that would be less and less aerodynamic because of the ships. But it's simplified, but still the thrusters in this game are really powerful. And it would make sense that a miner ship would go really fast on normal aerodynamics with the thrusters of that power, because like these small thrusters is pretty much the same power as what jet fighters have. And this is like 6 times more powerful. So it would make sense. Okay, almost 200 meters per second. Definitely not the most efficient design. But it is pretty fast. It looks so stupid. But we can make it a lot more streamlined. If you move the engines backward, make it less tall. Yeah, with this we can make it like a lot smaller than it is right now. Let's probably do that, because this is kinda stupid looking. Alright, I think I will actually build something with a lot of thrust in all directions, similar to what ships I had before, but maybe even more forward thrust. So let me quickly recreate the designs that I had before on my older ships, and then modify it a little bit. And nope, small thrust after all. But here's another concept that I have. This one works pretty well. Can exceed 200 meters per second. And it looks pretty cool too. Well, until it explodes. I think because of the cockpit sloping downwards, there's some force on it pushing downward. It's definitely losing its height when it's flying. Might need to add some blocks to balance it out. But it's definitely fast enough for me. And it looks pretty cool, I think. Yeah, I like the shadow of it. Very chunky. Plain. Thingy. Need to be careful when landing. Right. Let me check the controls quickly. Mod settings. Is there aerodynamic physics? Alright, so lift gizmo. Center of drag gizmo always on. Auto. Lighting event. Okay. So where's the lift gizmo? Not quite seeing it. So I can see where is it, or is it only on the blocks themselves? Let's see, is that what it's talking about? Yes, okay, so it's blocks itself. Not seeing one on the grid. Alright then. Well, I guess we have to just kind of balance it out without seeing anything. Maybe I should read the workshop page for some info on it. Alright, so in here aerodynamic physics GUI options, lift 1 maybe? Does that do something? Not sure what it does. Alright, or is it just debug? Show debug stacks true, there we go. Okay, debug GUI position. Okay. Not seeing anything here that could be useful. Ouch. Yeah, not seeing it. Alright, there we go. A little bit of asymmetry here. And a little bit more upward thrust. This seems to work pretty well. Can almost reach 300 meters per second currently. So you can scout quite a large area really quickly. Pretty good. I wish we had a 2-block wide cockpit that is enclosed and not just a rover seat. That would be nice. And some more cockpits in general, because like this and this, like barely any selection really from the full block cockpits. Like there's almost no visibility in this one. So it would be nice to have something like a rover style cockpit, but it being something similar to a real life fighter jet cockpit. This pretty much just canopy with really good view all over it. Yeah, that would be really nice. I decided to go with a 2-wide rover cockpit after all, and I did some block placing. Alright, and the center of track and center of mass are now not aligned. Okay, so this is center of track, this is center of mass. So we'll need to add some thingies at the back, like some wings or something. That should be fun. Alright, let's see, where is a good place for them? I can place this block here maybe, and then start with it. Actually no, let's do it up here after all. Just flat blocks I think will... Yep, they do change the drag, so we can just place them in a few places. Alright, almost there. Now because of it the ship will be slower a little bit, but that's not that big of a deal I think. Let's see. Okay, let's place this here. And let's place this here and see how it works out. Nope, nothing. Okay then. Okay, we could do something like this. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to cut and paste the ship again to check if it's still properly aligned everywhere. Because sometimes it miscalculates the mass. I mean, when I'm sitting in it, I wonder what will happen. Okay, nothing. Alright, so there we go. Just binding this and this. It's all balanced now. Right? Yep, it is. Right, it's looking pretty good, I think. Let's test out how it actually flies. Okay, so it can still go to like 250 meters per second. Around that, 240. Not bad at all. Really good visibility from inside the cockpit. It's not pressurized, but that's not that big of a problem. Can always just carry an oxygen bottle. Yep, I think it looks pretty cool. The connector is still off center, but whatever. Yeah, it's pretty much 5 times faster than my miner would be. It would look pretty good without the cockpit as a drone variant, probably too. Just a round pancake. Yeah, this is really fun to fly. You should really get the aerodynamic mode. And yeah, by the way, let me show you what actually it wouldn't if I remove the drag. Well, not remove the drag, but put it on 100. I would exceed the speed limit because it would go like, if we multiply it by 10, it would go like 2.5 kilometers per second. Which is not realistic because it would overheat. I think there's heat settings too, but I just don't use them. I did need to use a lot of small thrusters going upward, which I don't like using. But this is one case where the size is more important than the amount of resources or the mass or the PCU. But yeah, otherwise try to use large thrusters if you can. Ouch. can't really judge the height well when you're looking from above. No weapons, because I don't think it really needs any. Or should have any, because, yeah, it's a scout. But maybe I can add some, just wonder how they would be reloaded. Not seeing any way to connect them properly. We could attach a small Gatling gun and add a cargo container here, so it would be manually reloaded. Just as a small bit of defense against like players. Yeah, I think that works well. Doesn't obstruct the vision too much either. And it should be easy to refill when on the ground. Yep, you can access it easily. So it should have a bit of ammo. You won't be doing much damage with that, but it's nice to have. So you can shoot down some players quickly if you need to do that. I like small ships like this. They're really fun to fly. Let's hide the thruster flames like I usually do. Yeah, looks better without them, I think, more realistic. You could also recolor them. Let's see. Right, we could put them fully white. We could put them to some other color. But it looks bad because it's just a bunch of fog out of them. It's not like a real thruster with afterburner effect or something. It's just thrusters of this type don't have any effects out of them, usually. Oh yeah, let's see if the Gatling gun screwed up the aerodynamics. Okay, it didn't. Let's actually fill it up with magazines. Okay, so Shift F10. Let's see what ammo does it use. A Gatling ammo box. Okay. Spawn targeted container. Okay, so 4 of them would be Gatling ammo box. How much ammo is that? I think one is like 140 bullets. Let's check. Maybe the information is in the gun. No. And also, the aerodynamics mod messes up the speed of the bullets and stuff. So normally it would be 400 meters per second. Now it says that it's 1400 meters per second. Here on the build info mod. Very strange. So, I mean, I don't think you would even need an ammo box, because you would have enough ammo to shoot for an entire minute with this gun, with just the gun itself, but we might as well add a box. Have it so you can shoot even longer, because why not? Doesn't really cost anything that much. Man, this thing is cute. Right, let's finish it up and stop just flying around it and looking at it, because that is fun. Oh, and of course I forgot something. I forgot to add a spotlight, and I forgot to add some lights, a light around it to light up the area around it, which I should do. I think we can add the spotlight inside the cockpit here. That should work well. Alright, and let's close it up. Yeah, I think that works. And let's add a light. Where can we add a light? I think inside the cockpit there's space. We can, let's use our spectator. Okay, where's the ship? There it is. Let's see if we can get inside there with the camera. Would be faster if I did it. Okay, let's see. It looks kinda ugly, like that. If I add it like that, will it look strange from inside the cockpit? Yes, I think it does. Yeah, that's really strange. Let's just add it right here. And that should be it. Yep, that should be all components that this ship needs. Well done. Alright, I totally forgot about pasting the grid onto the projector. So the pivot point will be correct, and so the projection will project without any adjustments perfectly. Bam. Also, I like putting my projectors at the bottom of the grid, so you can easily start building it without any problems. And that's it. Everything is configured in the toolbar. Everything is clean in the control panel and set up. Ready to use. Great.